All right, let's dive into the incredible work of author Brianna Wiest and her ideas on what it really means to heal and transform your life. It's a journey that doesn't usually start with some huge, dramatic event. It's often just a quiet, nagging feeling that we've probably all felt at some point. So let's get into it. So let's start with this big idea from Wiest. Healing, it's not like you just fix a broken bone and you're done. It's this continuous process. It's about waking up day after day and consciously piecing together the truth of who you were always meant to be. It's really this ongoing journey of becoming. And have you ever found yourself thinking this? That super frustrating, looping feeling, like you're facing the exact same problem, the same emotional rut, over and over. It feels like a failure, right? But what if it isn't? What if it's something else entirely? That's because, according to Wiest, this feeling, this pattern, it's not random at all. It's actually a very specific, very personal call to change. It's a signal from deep inside that something needs your attention. Now, this is where things get really interesting. You know that unsettling gut feeling we get, the one that makes us super anxious about what's around the corner? Wiest says that's not a premonition about the future. It's an echo. It's some part of our past that we never fully dealt with, and it's popping up now, basically asking to be healed. So here's the real kicker. These patterns repeat for a reason. They have a message for you. And life is going to keep presenting you with the same challenge, maybe in a different disguise, until you finally stop, listen, and say, okay, I'm ready, I'll do the work. Okay, so you've heard the call. What does the actual work of healing even look like? Well, as we're about to see, it's not just some mental exercise. It's a deeply, deeply physical journey. Weiss lays out these 4 really profound physical steps. First up, cry. And not just for what happened last week, but for the 13-year-old you who got their heart broken. Then, sweat. Move your body, go for a run, do whatever it takes to release the pain it's been storing for years. Third, shake. I mean, literally shake your body to release that vulnerability you've been guarding so fiercely. And last, surrender. Just stop fighting your past. See it for what it was and let it be. And this, right here, this is the whole point. You're not trying to erase what happened. You can't. But you can change your relationship to it. By processing these old wounds, you release their weight, and you become lighter, freer, and just more here, in the present. And this is the beautiful results of all that hard work. It's a full-on return to yourself. It's like you're burning away everything that isn't really you, until the real you, the core of who you are, can finally show up in the world again. But let's be real, it's never a straight line, is it? So often, the biggest thing standing in the way of our own healing is, well, it's us. Our own minds have these little defense mechanisms that can keep us stuck, even when we swear we want to move forward. Okay, take a look at this. This is such a classic trap. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. We stick with a job we hate or a relationship that's failing just because we've already put so much time and energy into it. But look at that empowered reframe. It cuts right through the nonsense. The ship is sinking anyway. The real loss isn't what you've already spent. It's what you're still pouring into it. Suddenly, letting go doesn't seem so hard, does it? The amazing thing is, this whole journey of change, it's not just random chaos. Wiest actually maps it out into 8 pretty predictable phases. It all kicks off with some kind of catalytic event, a loss, a disruption, that forces you out of denial, and yeah, into the tough part, anger and fear. Then comes the deep processing, where all the old stuff comes bubbling up. But right after that, you get a little glimpse of hope. You start making small adjustments, building new habits, and that all leads up to the big, scary leap. And then finally, on the other side of it all, you look back and you see the purpose in all that pain. And that brings us to the final and honestly, the most empowering part of this whole thing. What does it actually feel like when you move through all that difficulty? What is this new beginning you've been working so hard for? This is what it feels like. True peace, it isn't some crazy jolt of excitement. It's a deep exhale. It's this steady, grounding presence. You know that feeling of coming home after a long trip? It's like that, but you're returning home to yourself. It's this feeling of alignment, where it just feels right. And in that moment of peace, you realize something profound. All that time you felt so off track, so uncomfortable in your own skin, you weren't actually lost. You were just buried under all these layers of ideas and beliefs and expectations that weren't even yours to begin with. And healing,
It's just the act of digging yourself out, of uncovering the true self that was there the entire time, just waiting. So if you're sitting there waiting to feel brave enough to start this journey, Wiest has this crucial piece of advice for you. The confidence you're looking for, it's not going to show up first. Courage doesn't arrive before you take the leap. It's a result of taking the leap. It comes from the simple, powerful act of just showing up for yourself. So, we'll end with this question. That call to change, that deep feeling that there's got to be more to life than this, well, that's your own life reaching out its hand to you. The only question left is, will you find the courage to reach back?